prepared for highly offensive language from the start and throughout, and adult and sexual themes.
Wow. We got right royal knees up for you tonight. The world's most famous butler is now in the house, and I'm not talking about Carson from Downton Abbey. I'm just saying. Oh. Don't, we're all upset. Yeah, Paul Burrell is going to be heading up the help, but has he got what it takes to whip them Yanks into shape? Well, we're going to be taking a closer look at the former royal footman very, very shortly. And if that wasn't enough to fulfil your British noble need, shall we say, we've got all the exclusive fallout from the palace as it's happening. Right, but it's time now to formally introduce my honourable guests. He's our knight in shining armour. Give it up for Johnny Partridge. Serving up the sass, it's our very own princess, Nikki Graham. He'd make a fabulous first footman or foot lady. It's Jamie Hensley! Yeah. What a panel! Well, listen, as we heard earlier, the Brits have become the royal family, leaving the Americans as their household staff. So, Nick, the Brits have officially been ruling the house since Bobby went in. But they haven't. What are you making of their effort?
Is that a joke? Miserably.
Do you think they'll be able to do it?
Well, they haven't done a very good job so far, so...
The funny thing about the Americans, though, is all of them in there, they've said in their housemate page, they absolutely love the real royal family. So, James, do you think they're going to play along?
No.
Can you see
Have we
Farrah
not watched
cleaning
the
the
last
toilet?
one? I can't believe Farrah's first comment is the outfit going to be sexist. Yeah. Babes, have you seen your videos? I think you're going to be fine.
I know, but it's got to be said, you know, as a cleaner, you know, she's going to be used to being on her knees. I think it's perfect casting. Perfect casting. What can we say? She's going to be a grade 1 scrubber, and I think that's really good. Very good. Yeah.
Swiftly moving on. John, coming back to you. Why? What Brit do you think is going to make the best royal in there? Who do you think is going to play that card?
I really hope it's Duchess Gale. I hope she gets her toe
I do
sucked.
as well.
I hope she gets her toe sucked. That's what I hope. I hope there's a good bit of toe sucking.
I want to
for
see
Duchess Gale.
Gal get waited on a little bit.
Me
I
too.
really do.
Me too.
I do.
Really do.
Nikki, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Gail's been running around for Janice an awful lot. Yeah, I think it's time she put her feet up.
Well, we've put a genuinely real butler in there, obviously, in the shape of Paul Burrell. James, how do you think the House are going to work? How do you think the Americans, rather, are going to work underneath his reign? Is in his instruction?
I think it's going to be like a matter of hours before they get pissed off of him because he's so annoying and lechy, do you know what I mean? Like, even in there, yes, it's a task, but just the way he, like, makes me crawl. I know it makes you crawl.
Oh, Nikki started! Nikki started!
Say how you feel.
Do you think, Jane, that he's going to be able to control the Americans? Because they have been unruly.
I think he's going to get walked all over it, if I'm honest. I think, like, you've got, like, the Janices that love British culture that are going to be on him, but I think the rest of them just going to walk all over him.
John, what do you think?
I think it's going to be absolute carnage.
You reckon?
Oh, come on, it's going to be carnage. And they're not going to do it. They're not going to play along with it.
Do you think they're going to be respectful, though, the housemates?
No! Why would they be? Why would they be?
What do you lot think?
Hello, darling. I don't think the Americans are going to be respectful. They're not used to butlers and all this kind of thing. They are not. It's going to be carnage. That's what's going to happen.
I think the Americans, I think they love British, like,
quite a lot, don't
No.
they? I think they do. They
Darling,
do.
they like the real royal family.
They do. But I think actually, I mean, so far we've seen so much of the Americans just like going on fire.
Reverse it. Put the Americans as the royal family and have the British do the waiting. I mean, I'm sorry, how much better would that be? The American Somals would be 10 times higher. The American Somals would be 10 times higher.
I've got to go to Jerry Halliwell. Hang on, go on, girl. Give us a stand up. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Go on, darling. What do you want to say?
No, I think the Americans are...
I'm liking the tat on the tit as well. I never noticed that
I won't let you know what's underneath.
before. I don't want to know. Go on, girl.
No, I think the Americans absolutely run ragged around the English people.
You think? Even though they're the servants?
Yeah. They're not going to listen to one iota whatsoever. They're just going to sit there and they're going to just cuss continuously.
Go on, darling.
I want to see how the food's going to go, because Janice is going to be cooking. It's going to be hysterical. Look at the start.
I don't know why I know this. Wasn't she quite good in the jungle with the cooking and stuff like that? She was quite good. So she, you know, you might have a bit like a special fried rat or something. Like the Elm Street rats, they're all about it at the minute. Listen, give them a round of applause. That was a nice little bit. Well, listen, it's definitely been another eventful night at the Palace, as we're now calling it, but it was always in safe hands. Please be upstanding, guys, please. For Her Maj, Mrs. Emma Willis. How was it, babe?
It was really fun, actually. Poor Paul. I saw him just before he came out and he went, oh, I hope they don't boo me.
Oh, no.
And I went, to be fair, they probably will.
Yeah.
Because
Welcome to the
most
show.
people do.
You've had 3 live shows now.
I know,
in less than a week.
5 days.
I know. How are you feeling about all of what's gone on?
I think it's brilliant. I think it's a really, you know, it's a perfect task for the theme of the series. Do you know what I mean?
Was Paul polite? Like, because he comes across as being like the most
lovely.
polite man ever.
So polite. And, you know, I think he will do his absolute best. But as someone said, oh, look at Nikki's face. She looks disgusted. Just like that. You know, he's probably going to get walked all over.
Well, talking of walks all over, we've just asked these guys, the Americans have just literally been running the house ragged. How do you think they're going to feel now that this is a task? It's going to affect them. They have got to be put in their place and serve our very own Brits.
I think this is a shopping task, and this is what Big Brother is. And if you're going to go on Big Brother, then play the game and do Big Brother. And this is, you know, and immediately we had Farrah, as you said, going, how sexist? No, it's not sexist. It's a fucking game. You kind of get the feeling that anything she doesn't like, she tries to turn like it's your fault. And it's...
it's day 6 and we're already swearing at people.
It's day... I mean, what's going on? But I do think Janice will be totally in there and going with it. I really
think she
do.
will as well.
And I think Daniel will, and I think Scoop will. I think Jenna will to a certain extent, unless she gets pissed off, and then she'll probably just get pissed off. I think Austin, sorry, I was going to say James, because they're just always together. And they're both very pretty to look at. And I think he will as well. They seem to want to have fun until there's a ruckus. And that is normally down to Farrah, to be fair.
How do you think she is going to handle being the housekeeper?
She's obviously not going to handle it very well because she hasn't even...
10 years, she hasn't cleaned a toilet.
She hasn't even been able to handle the fact that she's been told she's a housekeeper or a housemaid, let alone actually physically doing it.
Well, let's talk about Paul.
But again, it's a game. Like Bobby was saying the other day, it's a game, it's a game, it's a game.
Yeah, but it's easily forgettable in there.
Well, what it is, it's American reality stars, I think. You know, it's a very different ball game to our reality shows. And, you know, we've brought them over here for a reason, and they're delivering that reason.
They are delivering. God give it to them. Let me just quickly bring it back to Paul.
And I've got to say, I can't stop watching it.
I'm like that. Oh! Paul, so he's a Brit, you know, but
Oh, apparently not. Look, shaking his head.
Oh, all right, sorry, Paul. But he is now technically part of Team USA. He's heading up the team pretty much. Where do you think his loyalties
He's guiding them.
Yeah, but do you think he's going to become part of USA?
Even Team USA don't want to be in Team USA. I'm sure Daniel and Scoop would jump ship at the drop of a hat if they could.
I think Austin would as well,
Yeah,
by the sounds of
I know.
it.
No, I don't think he will. I think he knows he's in there to do a job. He's there to kind of teach what he knows. I don't think he's want to be... I think he's going to want to get out there as quick as possible.
Yeah, just be like, thanks very much, all the best.
Thank you. I had a great few days. I'm off.
Now, there's been a couple of rumours that not everything is as it seems with this task. No. Do you know anything?
Well...
Oh, here we go. She's put her arm out. That's a sign. I've worked with you too long now. When she knows something, she goes, "Go on!" Not silly. Don't pull it.
Brilliant audience tonight, by the way. I know is that, you know, it seems like a normal shopping task. It's 2 teams, UK versus USA, with a little bit of help to our American friends.
Who are you wearing?
Mind your own bloody business.
What can you tell me? Give me something. Come on.
I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as we think.
OK. So maybe a little twist.
Basically, I haven't been told yet.
I'm
trying to style it out like I know. I bet he knows more than I do. He always bloody well does. So, let's flip the question.
No.
Tell me.
No.
Come on. Put your hand out.
Well, I don't know. No, something will be happening over the next couple of days.
It's not going to be as straightforward as
Shut
we
up.
imagined.
Well, listen, let's move on swiftly before I get sacked. It is tradition here that we get our loyal subjects.
Oh, can
What
I just
do you wanna say
mention?
now? Go on.
Sorry.
Is it good?
When I stuffed the pie the other day and my names were facing up.
Did you see?
I'm so sorry. I thought
But in
that
a way-
I didn't want them to rub off, so I thought if I put them in gently.
In front of the camera. Yeah.
Well, I didn't think you'd bloody well cut it up, did I?
Well, listen, at least they know now we don't cheat. Because they're
I
going to know
know,
your
but I'm not
ones.
trying to fix it. Can I just say that for those people
Yeah, don't
to
pipe
win?
up.
No, I'm not.
Not you, them.
It's just, you know, well, we always get blamed for something.
It's always our fault, Em. It's no one else's. Listen, right, I've asked your loyal subjects to get you some questions for you.
OK.
So, do you want to put my hand in my
Ooh.
royal box? Right, where's the way? Right. So you're going to put your hand in and ask a couple of treats, OK? Ready?
Yeah, hold on.
What?
I'm going to do an impression for you.
What?
Go on, let's do it. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, it's in there! Oh!
Oh!
Yeah!
Go on. Oh. Have a good grope. Oh, it's a scroll. Got a bigger
like
budget
it.
this year. Right. Go on, babe.
It's a bit of burnt paper and it's got something stuck in the middle.
All right, don't ruin the illusion, babes.
Have you ever not wanted to interview CBBUK D because you really don't like them?
Ooh.
Never.
You bloody... She's going to put her arm out. Watch.
Never.
Never. Listen, I've got time for one more. I've got 10 seconds. Get in now.
OK,
Get
quick,
that
quick,
scroll
quick.
out. Right,
Who do you think is playing the game well, and who do you think needs to come out of their shell more? I think Daniel's playing it very well. I think he's biding his time. He's sitting back. He's letting them all combust in front of our eyes. And who do you think needs to come out of their shell more? Gail. I want to see more Gail.
See a bit more Gail. On that note, give it up for Emma. That's a double. We're royal now. Stay tuned because our very own royal variety performance is going to be continuing after break when we'll be revealing what the butler said before we enter the house. Plus, we've got some exclusive house action coming your way. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you after this. What? Welcome back. The celebrity Big Brother's been on the side, slave to the main show, and Nikki Graham since 2011. All right, Nick, you take the piss now, darling. All right, listen. Now, from Buckingham Palace to Boreham Wood, you might say Paul Burrell has finally peaked. With 21 years of royal service under his belt, he's just the man to put that house in order. We gave him the box once over earlier today. Should we see what it's all about? Let's have a look. You're taking the piss out of me now.
My name is Paul Burrell, and for 21 years I served the British royal family. It takes a vast amount of knowledge and a different set of skills to run a royal household. Think of a swan. Beautiful and graceful, that's the royal family. What's happening underneath, below stairs? A lot of paddling, and that's what makes them great, the servants below stairs. To be a royal servant, you have to be a hard worker. You have to want to serve. I've seen friction and conflict in the royal household. My servants will have to be the eyes and ears downstairs and upstairs, so nothing will go unnoticed. There's a lot of naughtiness in the Big Brother house. I'm going to be watching both sides very carefully. Who knows what will happen next? Oh, Big Brother, I hope I'll do you proud. I'll do my best.
John's making a face. I was going to ask you what you're making of Paul.
I mean, there's just so slimy, isn't he?
I
wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
Yeah, but you're a strong bloke. You can throw him probably far.
I don't know. I just find there's something really unnerving about him. It makes me really on edge. Don't you think? I don't know. He just seems really... He's really creepy. Come on. He's really
Paul's
creepy.
trying to be liked. He wants everyone to like him. Let's give him a chance. Bless
No.
him.
You were looking after royal households. Now you're on a game show talking about what the Queen wears in her house.
Exactly that. It's rude.
Where's his loyalty?
Oh, what was that? What off with his head? I can hear him over here. Liz, we'll get back to you.
No.
Nick, he survived the jungle. He actually comes second, just to Joe Pasquale. To Joe Pasquale. Do you think if he can do the jungle, don't you think CBBUK will be a walk in the park?
Rylan, I just hate the man. I had the misfortune of doing a coach trip with him, with Aisling, and he had the cheek to turn around and laugh at us for being on Big Brother. Now look at him. He earwigged. Slimy sneaking around, earwigging in who we were going to vote for, and then grassed us up to the rest of the coach trip people.
Oh! Perfect house mate. What a house mate. James, after that revelation, do you think the Americans are going to be able to take orders from him? Because he has gone in there, and by the looks of it, and from what we've been seeing in the break as well, what's going on live, it seems that they are a bit like, yes, Paul, yes, Paul.
I think because he's bona fide in what he is, he was a butler and he was for the royal family, and he was Diana's butler, which was huge around the world. Everyone knew it was. I think they know him, so it's like, OK, we're going to do it. Whereas if it had been some other British celeb just gone in and been the task, they'd have run right. So I think the few of them will, but...
And he's about as fake as the Americans as well. So at least they've kind of got that in common. That sincerity is so fake.
Come on. No end.
Yeah.
And they all need to put their belongings, you know, in a safe place. He'll be sneaking around.
No, we're not going down that road. Shut up.
Everything.
I'm not having a legal case on day 6. All right, I'm doing 7 nights a week and I can't handle the pressure. Do we think Paul will be able to keep the Americans or Nikki in check for that matter? Let's come up the back. What do we think? Go on, Pele, what do you want to say?
Paul is going to be very interesting because he's going to try to be posh at the same time try to be liked, so it's going to be contradicting each other. So it's going to be very interesting, and Americans are going to walk all over him.
I'm shocked there's no Republicans in the House. Everybody seems to be loving the royal family, and I'm a bit of a Republican myself, and I don't understand why nobody's like, actually, screw it. You know what I mean? It's because some people actually don't want a monarchy. But there's no, everybody in there's kind of like, yeah, oh, Queenie.
Babe, it's a game, though.
I know it's a game, but I love it, I feel it.
I mean, as much as I'd love to think it was a real situation. But
I get carried away, I can't help it.
Are you all right?
No, not really.
Water?
I wouldn't mind some champagne.
All right, we'll sort you out in a minute. Check they're all right, no. Got a care of duty on this show. You've got to look after everyone. Janice, let's move on to her. She's already declared herself queen of reality, and in Daniel's words, she comes from the world of entitlement that is Hollywood. So, John, you actually said this earlier. Do you think Janice will be capable of doing this? Personally, own thoughts here. I don't know why I said it 3 times. I think she will just throw herself into it.
I mean, she hasn't eaten since 1972, anyway, has she? So the food's going to be dated anyway. No, but that being said, she is a supermodel, she's a photographer, she's artistic, so I'm hoping that her artistic flair will come through on the plate when she's cooking. So I'm going to say, I love Janice Dickinson.
She might be on MasterChef next year.
I love her, and I think she will commit to it. I think she'll do it. I think she'll really commit to it. Yeah.
Well, let's go to someone else. Nikki, how would you have dealt with serving half the house?
I think we know the answer to that.
You'd have given it a go, then, would you? Would you give it a go?
I'd have probably done it for 5 minutes and, then done it.
Even moaned about the aircon or something.
Even if it was a task?
That wouldn't make a difference.
No.
I don't think so.
Nikki's just got no tape. Anyway, the thing is about the house as it stands at the minute, we've put this task in there with the royal family and the servants, but we mentioned her earlier, Gail. She seems to already be a bit of a British butler, doesn't she, James? Do you think now she's the... I think she's the Duchess, was it? She's the Duchess. Do you think now she's going to put her feet up and just take?
No, of course she's not. I mean, I think it's nice and it's endearing. She's one of those people that I think on the outside world should be like that. She'll follow you around. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got friends that always moping up after me. And
yeah, but you
like
pay them. That's
no,
fine.
I don't. I wish. But I think she's not gonna. I think she's already made her mind up who she is in the house. I think she's been beaten down by the big characters. That's going to be her for the entire run now, and she's not going to change, which is sad.
I hope she. I
think Gail needs that, though.
I
think she needs to do that. I think she's compelled to do that in a way.
But do you think she could learn to enjoy being waited on?
I would like to think so, but that being said, I think that's, she feels that she needs to do that. And I think if she doesn't do that, I'm not sure who Gail would be or what that would bring out in Gail. So I think she thinks, as long as I'm doing this, I know where I am. I know what I'm doing. I think it comforts her.
She's not a target at the minute for the Americans. They're targeting everybody, do you know what I mean? Like, even each other.
Yeah.
And I think in her head, because she can't deal with that confrontation, I think she's sucking up to him in a way that they know that they need her to be chasing after him.
Yeah.
Listen,
so she's done that.
You just mentioned Team USA there. Obviously, Paul's gone in, he is a Brit, but he is now part of Team USA as it stands at the moment. He's heading them up. How do you think his loyalty is going to lie over the next couple of days? Because he's going to be spending all of his time, pretty much, with Team USA. And, the Brits are in their royal quarters and stuff like that.
He's going to love the power. He's going to love the power over the Americans to try and let them do it. So he's going to be British. Oh, I like this one here. This one here. Look at it. You can come with me. Just follow me around.
His loyalty is to himself.
You are, John.
His loyalty is to himself.
Oh, completely.
He's in it for himself, It's all that sincere, I'm here to make us proud. No, it's all about you.
Right, if his loyalty is to himself, surely he wants an easy life in this. So, Nick, do you think he can bring UK and USA together as well?
He can bring nothing to that house. I'm sorry, I can't stand him. I just hate him.
Do you know the amount of years I've waited to see this in real life? I'm like,
Do you know what I find the most funniest thing about all of this? All because of coach trip. All because of coach trip. Let's quickly talk about Bobby. He's the king now. So he was the Prime Minister. Now he's the king. He's having a right old ride. Can we see, likes of Jenna and Farah, they didn't really appreciate him when he was Prime Minister, didn't really respect him with that. What are they going to be like waiting on King Bobby Davro?
I don't think it's going to make any difference.
I don't think it would matter if the real king was in there. I think they'd still be exactly as they are. Do you know what I mean? They don't care.
What king?
I know, like... I know there's not... if there was a real king...
All right, glad we cleared that because he gets right into it, he does.
Sorry.
And he'll be on the phone.
If you put...
He'll be like, oh, not the royals, they're keeping the king from us. You all right? Calm down. Calm yourself. There. Come, look. 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 Come on. That, he's gone. He's gone. That's it. He's gone. We've lost him. We've lost him. Because of you. Because of you. On that note, give him a clap. Got it all done. Coming up after the...
What just happened here?
Jamie, it
Honestly.
wasn't you.
7 nights a week.
Honestly.
7 nights a week. Same people. Coming up after the break, I'm going to be seeing how the Royal Butler is actually settling into his new quarters. And we're still going. We've got the rest of tonight's show to have a little chat over. I'll see you straight after this. Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side, and as your royal correspondent, we can now head over to the palace for an update where I believe Paul Burrell is doing his best for international relations with Jenna Jameson.
I'm a newcomer. I've just been injected into an already established group. It's difficult.
And you're already like
I'm British.
making. No, listen, the Americans and the Brits, we're like this, you
But
know.
I'm already making.
Well, because you're coming in and you're like, we didn't do anything and we're getting punished.
You're not. That's what I'm
Oh
here
yeah,
for.
yeah.
No, you're
sorry.
not.
We actually
No,
won the last.
But I promise you,
last thing,
I'm here
and
for
we
you.
didn't get anything.
But I'm here for you. That's why I'm
What,
here.
to make me clean?
No, I'm here to bring the team together. I'm one of you. I'm a worker.
You're not an American.
I'm a worker.
Well, I'm not a worker.
I am. I don't
I'm
expect...
a worker when I'm not ordered to work.
Well, I'm not going to order anybody, and I'm not expecting anybody to do what I don't do.
Right.
Set by example.
Paul Burrell and the world's biggest porn star, you are welcome at home. This show just makes streams, doesn't it? Come on. What are we making of that little clip? Oh, you shut up, you. Come on, I want to go. Here, you're new. Hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's just having a flirt, isn't he? That's all, Paul. He's having a flirt. There's
Could
nothing
this
wrong
be
with
her
that.
next film? Oh! Who else? What else are we making of that little chat?
She should just get on the clip. It's not going to work. If she thinks it's a punishment, it's not going to work.
It's a task.
Yeah. And if she's going to see it as being punished, it's going to ruin the whole
Maybe
thing.
she likes being punished.
Oh, here we go. Another chat.
She just said, you know, the Brits and the Americans were like this. And he went, well, I'm like you, I'm a worker. She went, you're not American. So what are they? Are they like this or are they not like this? One thing's though, if she's the housekeeper though, she's got the butt for it, hasn't she? Mrs. Bridges in that outfit. I love to see her as Mrs. Bridges in that outfit with that big butt. I mean,
She is all about the arse,
Mrs.
that girl.
Bridges, definitely.
She is loving life. Listen, look, that's what's happening now, and remember, you can catch that in tomorrow night's main show, but let's talk about the rest of tonight's show, because it all began with Janice's series of apologies that just kept coming. Jenna and Farrah, though, they thought it sounded quite sincere. So, Jane, what did you make of Janice's apology?
I think she's sincere. I think she's just a bit of a loose cannon. Do you know what I mean? Lets her mouth go and afterwards wants to, like, apologise. I love Janice Dickinson. Like, the other Americans need to know what a sincere apology is, because it's like they're all going, I hate you. Literally 2 minutes later, I'm so sorry. And then as soon as Natasha walked off, Jenna was bitching about her. It's like they don't understand etiquette.
Nick, do you think she needed to apologise for what happened with Austin?
No, I think she was just worried about not getting her paycheck, but I don't know. I love Janice, and she deserves a BAFTA after that diary room performance tonight.
Hang on. Hold up.
I could watch that clip for the rest of my life.
Janice wasn't well. And she went to hospital and she hurt herself. She's got
Was
stars.
it real, though? Was it real? Was it real?
Well, paramedics
To
were
her.
called and she did have to go to hospital and she was treated
But what
for
did the
whatever it
paramedics
is.
say?
I don't know, babe,
Can she move her face? No. Is her mouth swollen? Always.
Jamie,
Like, do you know
but
what
at the
I
end of the
mean?
day, Janice is fine. She's back in the house and we're just going to swiftly move on from the incident. I am earning my money tonight. I'm just putting it. I've got him, I've got you, I've got that. Let's talk about Austin. Austin, guys, he didn't seem too impressed with the apologies. Do we think Austin just needs to bite the bullet and get over it? Because he was saying, I want to see her cry so I know that she's got emotion.
I mean, I don't think she could possibly have spat at him anyway. How's she going to get saliva through those lips? I mean, come on, really? How's she going to get it through those lips?
But he said, I'd love to see her cry because then it'll prove to me that she's got genuine emotions.
Well, that's just nasty, though, isn't it? What is that?
Nick?
That's just nasty.
You right, Nick?
I'm just thinking about how much I love Janice.
Yeah, I do.
And I would hate to see her cry I think it would really upset me if I saw her cry. So.
She had her tear ducts removed anyway in 82.
No.
She can't cry because it's pulled so tight. No tears are going to come out there anyway, are they?
On a serious
Really? Come
note,
on.
do we think Janice has got it in her to let go and become emotional in her house?
Let go and become emotional. Of course she can. She's human. Why are people not treating her as human? She's a wonderful character, and we want to see her go all the way to the end. I love Janice Dickinson. Love her.
Listen, I've got to mention it. Winegate. Winegate. Now, listen, we know they love a bit of extra refreshment, you know, but Nick, Natasha sorted herself and Bobby out. Do you think Jenna was right to be like, yo?
No, I don't. I think, at the end of the day, Jenna's had enough cock. She weren't worrying about kosher when she was sucking cock. So now she's going on about someone stealing the kosher wine. Listen, in that house, you've got to just take the wine when you can. I had 4 tins of vodka under my pillow.
Don't say Carlson in that house, you've just got to take that. We'll go with wine.
You just got to take the cock.
Yeah, just got to take it.
Let's talk about the wine. Do we think she overreacted?
No, I don't, because I think good on them for taking the wine. When they hand out alcohol in that house, you have to just grab what you can.
Yeah.
She said she used to put 4 tins under her pillow,
I had 4 tins of vodka under my pillow.
I think you've got 4 tins in your stomach by the sound of it tonight. That's what Nikki thought, but we all know what Scoop thought.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares?
Yes, Scoop. That's what Scoop thought. But there was a sense that it was us against them tonight. Again, they do this and they do that. James, do we think it is a clash of countries when people are like they, or do we think it's more personality?
I think it's ego more than anything.
Yeah.
I think it's
most sensible thing you've said all night.
Thanks. But I think also what's different is like the Americans don't really know what the English are famous for, and vice versa. So like they're clinging on to, no, I am famous. I'm famous for this. So it's all ego. Like they're fighting against each other. I don't think it's anything to do with clash of. Because Americans and English have gotten before, and you've got like Janice gets on with the English. It is just.
And also,
status.
to be fair, they're only clashing with 2 people. Yeah. They're only clashing with Jenna and Farrah. I'm sorry, the sluts of the house. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Everybody else in there, no matter what you think of them, you know, they're actors or what, they have a talent. What is their talent? We all know what their talent is.
Listen, if I looked like that and could earn that money, I'd be talented. I'm just saying.
And they're defensive because of that. That is why they are defensive. You know, they're insecure because of that. I'm sorry, that's the bottom line.
Well, excusing the pun, but Janice seems to be a bit of a floater, for want of a better word. She's always sitting in the smoking area with the Brits, but then she's like very Team USA, Star Spangled Banner. Why do you think that is, Nick? Do you think she's just like, I'm not on a team, I'm just here?
No, I think she's just settling in. Janice can do whatever she wants in my eyes. It's Farrah who I've got the problem with. And I'm sorry, but that girl is a homophobe. And if there's one thing I can't stand, and that is that.
Janice is patriotic, but she's not a slut. And that's why she can't relate to that. She's like, yes, she's Team America. She's extremely patriotic. She's proud of her country. But she's not proud of that. And that's the bottom line.
I'm just waiting for the call from legal to come through and say, thank you, but you're going down to 1 night a week now.
It's the truth.
What were we making a Winegate we're talking about. Winegate. What are we making a Winegate? Anyone who ain't spoken already that I can half trust. You at the end, come on. Shut up, you.
That's what I'm saying. You need to get their own wine. Don't moan if no one's getting you wine. Get it yourself.
Well, Gemma, one thing I want to talk about as well. Jenna, you know, she's got a kosher fridge with a kosher food, but the wine wasn't kosher, was it? No. It wasn't.
End of the day, the whole wine does go back to the whole culture side of things. At the end of the day, you've got everyone else who's trying to get on. The whole US v UK is very much for the game. The only 2 people that aren't playing that for the game are Farrah and Jenna, and they're the ones that keep bringing up the culture thing. Oh, the culture. Stop banging on about the culture. It's a bloody game at the end of the day.
Oh, look, it's gone like that. Well, listen, I was talking about earlier, Janice, she's a cook, and her fellow cook, Daniel, said he didn't go into the house to come second. John, what did you make of his little analysis there? Like, you know, his mentality, I'm going to win this.
I think it was quite funny when he was saying, you know, obviously Austin and James, they're the totty, they've come in for... And it was like, I know, and you're just the ugly Baldwin.
Oh, God.
You're just the Baldwin. You're just the ugly Baldwin. So that's what your analysis is, dude. Come on, let's be honest.
Can I just say, I've had a great 3 years presenting Bob.
That's what it is.
I've really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
So you can analyse
after tonight, I will probably be available for work, so give me a bell. James, has Daniel got a game plan, do you think?
I think he's got a plan. I don't think it's a game plan to win, but I think after his brother, like what came across on the like when he was in Big Brother, I think he's very mindful of that because he is very religious, and we were talking about this earlier. He's very much into like born again Christian and stuff, but he's not bringing that into the show. So I think he's just sitting back, letting everyone else mess up.
He's playing the game well because that's normally what sees people through to the final. The ones that sit.
Yeah, he's not going to win, I don't think, but he's going to get to the final by default of not being put up for nomination by the other housemates.
Do you know how I would like to end this part before we go to the break? Has anyone got anything nice to say about anyone?
We love you! Love Austin!
Austin's the only one with sense in his head. He's always nice. Like, even when he's shouting, he's coming from a place of... Like, he's thought about what he's saying. Yeah, he's thought about what he's saying. He's not rude for no reason. If someone pretended to spit in my face, I would be going mad. That is not acceptable.
And James and Austin, what a lovely friendship.
Yeah, all right, we'll leave it on that. That's nice. That's nice. Please keep me Endemol, Channel 5. Anyone, you know, thank you. Give them a half round of applause, please, for God's sake. Stay with me, if you dare, because after the break we're going to be finding out what the Twitter kingdom, that's you lot at home, have got to say about tonight's events and maybe tonight's show. See you in a bit.
Who the fuck care? Who the fuck care? Who the fuck care?
Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, listen, like a royal garden party, we are invite only, but I think some riffraff might have slipped past the guards. Yeah. Oh, God, no! Sit down! I've had one walk out, I ain't having another one, all right? Now, you lot at home have been sending us all of your tweets, and I believe Christian from EastEnders is going to do the honours. So, come on in, John, what we got?
OK, so Mrs. OXXX, she says Jenna is doing herself no favours by A, being with Farrah, and B, being a bitch.
Do you know what? Let's talk about that quickly, because I genuinely thought Jenna was coming across so well. Yeah. You know, she went in as the porn star, everyone was going to judge her, and she was just like, you know, I'm just a normal girl, just made my money. Why is it switched?
I think it was killing her to be like that, in fact. I think that's...
Really?
I think it was killing her to be like that, and now this is the real her. It only takes a while for it to come out, now it's coming out.
Also, I think she saw Farrah being like that and thought, that's my crowd.
Yes.
I'm coming to control you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think that... I think you're right, Jamie, but I haven't got a nice word to say about Farrah. Yes, she's a good housemate. Everyone's talking about her. But if there's one thing I can't stand, and that is a homophobe. And what she said yesterday about having babies, like, at least she can have a baby, was so wrong. Yeah. And then what she said today, that you two aren't real men. Unbelievable.
Well, I agree with you to a certain extent, but Austin and Farrah obviously did have a little chat about that, and she did insist, we have to say this, she did insist that she was making no remarks to his sexuality. She was simply talking about her words,
been
her
very
vagina.
clever.
She was talking about, so I can't believe I just said vagina, really serious. Really serious vagina. We've got another one. Really serious
OK, so this is from Louisa Zisman. She says, when Chloe and that dude kiss and snuggle, it makes me feel a little icky. I hate PDAs. I didn't know what that meant. PDAs like that from a smoochy couple.
Well, what are we making of Stevie and Chloe? Right, hands up who's loving them. Hands up who's...
Sick bucket.
Yeah. Oh, Nick, what do you think?
Yeah, I just think that... I mean, she's very beautiful, but the whole thing just makes me cringe. He's like just a pudge in those pink... Speedy speedo pants. Oh my God, I was like, my skin was crawling.
How is this show still on ours? This feels like the longest show of my life. Let's just move on to another tweet. Christian from EastEnders, read it.
So, Leonie, Penguin Oni, how the F is Janice going to cope with serving the Brits? Hashtag moaning.
Well, what do we think? Do we think she's going to stick herself in, or...?
I think she's going to stick.
I think she's going to be fun. Yeah, I think she's going to do
I
it.
think she'll be all right. She'll just feed them celery sticks for dinner.
As long as she don't take them out of the kosher fridge, then she'll be all right. We've got another one.
So this is from Lewis815. Now, Paul will be a suck-up to the other housemates. The man doesn't have a backbone.
Oh! What? He's only just walked in. This is very much prejudgment, we have to say
it's not
this.
prejudgment. He's lived his life in the public eye for
It's
21
well
years. It's what we've all
prejudgment.
seen. We've all made these judgments from how he's been previously. So, by all means, I hope he goes in and changes my opinion, but a lot of celebrities do. But I can't see it happening.
Yeah.
No.
John?
And you know what? And he is a butler, and he says, I'm like you, I'm a worker, but you are the butler, aren't you?
Yeah.
You were Diana's rock. That's what you've traded on. You've traded on being the most famous princess in the world, her right-hand man.
Yeah.
And that's how you've made your money. That's how you've made your
Yeah,
name. So you're not
Nelly
one of us. You're not one of the workers. You're a grade A superstar.
I can't see him being a butler for anyone other than the royal family. Do you know what I mean? Taking the shit that you have to deal with. So I think
depends how he does in here. I'm looking for one at home.
I think they should make him be Janice's butler in the house.
Janice's fluffer.
Just so you know, Nikki's now working on the task team. You might see that. Have we got another one?
OK, yeah, this is from Claire Richards.
Claire from
Now, she says that Farrah is a nasty piece of work with the biggest chip on her shoulder that I have ever seen. She takes offence to everything.
I want to really give Farrah the benefit of the doubt. Every night, you know what me and Emma have both always done with this show, we try and get both sides of the story, people that love someone, people that hate. We had Martin on the other night who loves Farrah. She's just making it so hard for me to sit here and go,
100%.
but is she just a nice girl and she's just playing up? What do you guys think?
So I love, right, the underdog in most celebrity series, right? For instance, you know people that get a bad rap. For instance, Katie Price is one of my best friends in the world, right? And she had Jordan. Everyone hated her. She made everyone see the different side of that person. People like Helen Wood in the first series she was on, she changed everyone's opinions. This girl could have got in here and been like, do you know what? I was a young mum at 16. I've forged a career. I've made millions of pounds.
Yeah.
I've done what I need to do to provide for my family, and I'm here. And we'd all be sitting here going, good on you, girl.
Yeah.
She's gone in there and been a bastard about it and been like, I was 16 and got pregnant. Babes, your choice, no one else's. And it's the wrong way.
Is this Farrah the reality star, or is this Farrah?
I think Farrah's probably a really nice, normal girl, and she's made herself become this other character
And
to
she's
be something else. I don't
crossing
think
lines.
she's like that. I actually, really, honestly don't think she's like that. I think she's grown into that, and I actually do feel really sorry for her.
Let's slowly move on. Move on. We've got time for a quick one more.
OK, this is from Mad Scottish Lass. Yeah, no chance.
Oh, I bet she's mad, that Scottish.
Yeah, she's whacking me. She
Gay
says,
as
yeah,
fun.
no chance, Paul. They aren't going to work as a team.
Well, we've said it, haven't we? We don't think they are, do we? No. Not going to happen. Very quickly, I can reveal that nominations took place today. Oh, it's the first noms of the series. And I can reveal that the housemates up for eviction this week are probably going to be revealed tomorrow because they told me that. They told me! I was getting ready for me din. They told me. Very quickly down the panel, who do you think's in danger?
Who's in danger? Farrah.
Yeah.
And just Farrah, I don't care. Just Farrah.
Okay.
I'd say Farrah and Janice.
Farrah and Janice.
And Gail.
Farrah and Janice, I think.
Farrah and Janice, what do we think? Who's in danger?
Farrah, bitch.
Oh!
Farrah.
Gail.
Gail.
I think Sherry.
You think Sherry,
Yeah,
darling?
because she hasn't come out as much as she should have done.
True.
Yeah. Farrah. Farrah, I'm afraid.
Farrah. Pretty unanimous. Give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. We made it. Tune in tomorrow night to find out all the latest noms news. That's all I've got time for tonight. A massive thank you to all of my guests and a fantastic audience. Thank you. Switch over to 5-star now for a little bit of live from the house. And make sure you tune in tomorrow night. I'm going to be joined by Denise Robertson, MBE, Bobby Norris, and actual Pong legend, Ben Dover. He's going to be here. It's going to be amazing. Night, night.